Hello students, welcome back. This is your revision video class. Today we are going to revise the grammar topic nouns and its kinds. Already you learned this topic in your first video class. The same will be going to revise today. Without further ado, let's get started. Today we are going to revise nouns and its kinds. The definition for nouns and the definition for kinds of noun and some example for that. The last we have the evaluation part also. So nouns. What is a noun? A noun is the name of a person, animal, place, thing or feeling. What is a noun? A noun is the name of a person, animal, place, thing or feeling. See the example, boy, it's the name of a person. House, name of a place. Cat, name of an animal. Chair, name of a thing. Sadness, name of a feeling. So, a noun is the name of a person, animal, place, thing or feeling. Now we are going to see some kinds of nouns. The very first kind is the proper noun. What is a proper noun? Proper noun is a name of a specific person, place or thing. Is a specific person. So proper noun is a name of a specific person, place or thing. So proper noun will be capitalized no matter where it occurs in a sentence. So proper noun will be capitalized no matter where it occurs in a sentence. So what is the definition? So proper noun is the name of a specific person, place or thing. It will be capitalized no matter where it occurs in a sentence. Now let's see some example for proper noun. Name of a person, Mac, Nancy, Pussy. So these are a specific name given to a person. So what is a proper noun? Proper noun is a name, specific name given to a person, place, animal, thing. So proper noun is a specific name given to a person, place, animal or thing. So the first letter should be capitalized. So the first letter should be capitalized. See the example, Mac, the first letter is capital M. Nancy, the first letter N is a capital. Pussy, the first letter P is a capital. So proper noun is a specific name given to a person, place, animal or thing. So we want to capitalize the first letter of a proper noun. The next type we are going to see is common noun. The next second type is common noun. A common noun names any person, place, thing or idea. So, it names any person, place, thing or idea. Common nouns are not capitalized. Careful children, common nouns are not capitalized unless they come at the beginning of a sentence. So, unless they come at the beginning of a sentence. So, common noun names any person, place, thing or idea. Common nouns are not capitalized unless they come at the beginning of a sentence. Some examples, see teacher. Teacher is a common noun. Baseball, city. So these are all the example for common noun. See the first letter. The first letter is not capitalized here. What is the rule? Unless they come at the beginning of a sentence. Let's see some more examples. General names. What are common nouns? General names for person, lady, boy, postman, teacher. So these are the general names given to a person. So what is a common noun? It's a general name given to a person, place, animal or thing. But proper noun is a specific name given to a person, place, animal or thing. So the proper noun, we should capitalize the first letter. But in common noun, we should not capitalize the first letter. Let's see the difference between this. Proper noun, I am a special name for a person, place or thing. For common noun, I am a common name for a person, place or thing. So proper noun is a special name. Common noun is a common name given to a person, place or thing. So proper noun is a special name given to a person, place or thing. Common noun is a common name given to a person, place or thing. See here, a noun is a person, place or thing. Proper noun, Mrs. Smith. Specific, capitalized. The first letter is capitalized here. It's a specific name given to a person. So, the first letter is capitalized here. See the common noun, pencil. It's a general name given to a thing. So, not capitalized. The first letter is not capitalized here. See that P is a small. We use that small p here to write the word pencil. So there Mrs. Smith, S is a capital. So it's a specific name. So the first letter is capitalized. Here the common noun, general thing, not first letter is not capitalized here. So this is the main difference between proper and common noun. Specific name, general name. The first letter should be capitalized and the first letter should not be capitalized. Look at this slide, children. Common noun, proper noun. Day. Day is a common noun. The name of the days are proper noun. It is Sunday, Monday. So the name of the days are proper noun. Day is a common noun. The name of the days are proper noun. Here month is a common noun. The name of the months are proper noun. So, month is a common noun. The name of the months are proper noun. So we want to capitalize the first letter in the proper noun. So we want to capitalize the first letter in the proper noun. Let's see some more example for proper and common noun. First one, Alex is a wonderful player. Here Alex is a name of a person. So that is a proper noun. Player is a common noun. His friend Max accompanies him. So Max is a name of a person. So that is a proper noun. So here Max occurs in the center of the sentence. Okay children, here occurs in the center of the sentence. So wherever proper noun occurs in a sentence, we want to capitalize the first letter. Okay, wherever the proper noun occurs in a sentence, we want to capitalize the first letter. So here I capitalize the letter M here. So that is a proper noun. So wherever proper noun occurs in a sentence, we want to capitalize the first letter. So Max is a proper noun. Friend is a common noun. The zoo will be closed on Monday. Monday is a proper noun. Zoo is a common noun. Jacob is taking a plane to California. Jacob is the name of a person. California is the name of a place. So I capitalize the letters J and C in the proper noun because Jacob and California are proper noun. So plane is a common noun. Fifth one, Radha bought a bicycle for her brother. So Radha is the name of a person. So that is a proper noun. Bicycle and brother are common noun. Here Alex, Max, Monday, Jacob, California, Radha are all the proper noun because the specific name given to that person and place. So we capitalize the first letter in all their proper nouns. Player, friend, zoo, plane, bicycle and brother are common noun. Next we are going to see is the collective nouns. First proper noun, second common noun, now collective noun. What is a collective noun? A collective noun is a noun that refers to a group of people. Okay children, group of people or things. A collective noun is a noun that refers to a group of people or things. Some more example for collective noun. A brood of chicks, a string of pearls, a pride of lions, a school of fish, a herd of cattle, a band of musicians. Okay children, a brood of chicks, a string of pearls, a pride of lions, a school of fish, a herd of cattle, a band of musicians. Okay children, these are some example for the collective noun. So what is the collective noun? A collective noun is a noun that refers to a group of people or things. So it refers to a group of people or things. Now let's see some example for collective nouns. Napoleon's army was finally defeated at Waterloo. So army is a collective noun, a group of soldiers. So army is a collective noun. Second one, our class took a field trip to the Natural History Museum. Here class, a group of students. So that is a collective noun. Third one, we all trooped down to see them off. So troop is a collective noun. Fourth, the team hoped to win next time. Team, group of players. So team is a collective noun. Fifth one, a swarm of mosquitoes fly into the room. Swarm is a collective noun. Army, class, troop, team, swarm are some example for the collective nouns. So what is a collective noun? A collective noun is a noun that refers to a group of people or things. So it's a refers to a group of people or things is called a collective nouns. Next noun we are going to see is an abstract noun. What is an abstract noun? What is an abstract noun? Abstract noun are nouns that name abstract concepts or concepts that cannot be experienced with the senses. So we cannot experience this noun with our senses. See the definition? An abstract noun is a thing that you cannot see. Children, that you cannot see, touch or place in a box. So we cannot see the noun, we cannot touch that noun and we cannot place that noun in a box or in somewhere. So what is that? Love, friendship, happiness, peace, responsibility, fear. These are some examples for the abstract noun. What are the examples? Love, friendship, happiness, peace, responsibility, fear. These are some examples for the abstract noun. So abstract noun is a thing that you cannot see, touch or place in a box, that we cannot see, touch, hear, smell. So it's only the feeling. You can feel this noun. Now some example for abstract noun. She believed in justice above all. So here justice is an abstract noun. Second one, his art teacher applauded his creativity. So applauded means to clap. Applauded means clap. So his art teacher applauded his creativity. So creativity is an abstract noun. The third one, time is a great teacher. So here time is an abstract noun. Fourth one, he was given an award for his courage. Okay, he was given an award for his courage. We can feel that courage. We cannot see or we cannot touch that. Okay, children, so courage is an abstract noun. The fifth one is, she thought that happiness was the most important thing in life. Happiness is the abstract noun. So justice, creativity, time, courage, happiness. These are some examples for the abstract nouns. The next noun we have here is a concrete noun. So concrete nouns are nouns that you can see. Okay, now children, concrete nouns are the opposite for the abstract nouns. So in abstract noun we cannot see the things. So here we can see, touch, hear, smell or taste. So they are real people, places or things. So concrete nouns are nouns that you can see, touch, hear, smell or taste. See the examples: house, school, globe, apple. These are some examples for concrete noun. It's opposite to the abstract noun. So in abstract noun we cannot see or we cannot touch, we cannot hear, we cannot smell the thing. But here these nouns, concrete nouns, we can see, touch, hear, smell or taste that noun. Let's some example for concrete noun. I love reading books. Okay, children, I love reading books. We touch the books, we see the books. So that is a concrete noun. I am listening to music. We hear the music. So that is a concrete noun. He is my best friend. Friend, we touch our friend, we speak to her. Okay, that is a concrete noun. I'm going to eat this ice cream. We taste that ice cream using our sense. So that is a concrete noun. This flowers smell nice. We see the flowers, we touch the flowers. Okay children, so that flowers is a concrete noun. So books, music, friend, ice cream, flowers are some example for the concrete nouns. Now next we are going to see a concrete and abstract noun difference. So concrete nouns are words for things that you can experience directly through the senses. Concrete nouns are words for things that you can experience. Okay, concrete nouns you can experience directly through the senses. But for abstract noun are words for things that you cannot experience directly through the senses. Cannot experience directly. Abstract noun. Experience directly is a concrete noun. Some examples are there. For concrete noun, shoe, house, table, tree, cat, bottle, friend, airplane, baby, sky, door. These are example for concrete nouns. Here, freedom, democracy, education, love, happiness. These are example for abstract noun. So for concrete nouns, we can experience directly through the senses. But for abstract noun, we cannot experience directly through the senses. So here are some examples for concrete noun. First one, the sunset unfold ribbons of red, purple and gold across the sky. Sunset is a concrete noun. My mom gives me an apple daily after lunch. Here, apple is a concrete noun. My friend has found my missing pen. Friend is a concrete noun. I have pain in my right knee for 3 days. So here knee is a concrete noun. My parents has taught me all the etiquette. That is good behavior. Here parents are concrete noun. Next, we are going to see about countable and uncountable nouns. So what are countable and uncountable nouns? Countable nouns. It is possible to count. Children, countable nouns are possible to count. Uncountable nouns. It is not possible to count. Countable nouns are possible to count. Uncountable nouns are not possible to count. So countable nouns take singular and plural form. Countable nouns take singular and plural form. Uncountable nouns take only singular form. Uncountable nouns take only singular form. Countable nouns take singular and plural form. Uncountable nouns take only singular form. Countable nouns are possible to count. Uncountable nouns are not possible to count. See the examples given here. For countable nouns, an apple, 2 apples, a banana, 7 bananas. For uncountable noun, bread, meat, milk, water, coffee, tea, fish. So these are some examples for countable and uncountable nouns. Next, see here. Countable noun, uncountable noun can be counted. So countable noun can be counted. Uncountable noun cannot be counted. See the example, an apple, a school, 1 picture, 2 pictures, etc. Here sugar, information, water, understanding, etc. These are some example for uncountable noun. So that an apple, school, pictures, these are example for countable nouns. Can take singular or plural verbs. So there is a book on the table. Those houses are very small, aren't they? So these are the examples. So it takes singular or plural verbs. Here always take singular verbs. There is some water in that picture. There is some water in that picture. Countable nouns take singular and plural form. Uncountable nouns take only singular form. Now this is the time to check your knowledge. So I have given here 2 exercises from your grammar book. So write the answers in your grammar book. So first exercise. Write whether the following words are abstract or concrete nouns. So you have to identify whether the given words are abstract or concrete nouns. See the words book, girl, love, peace, loyalty, mouse, anger, intelligence, glass, trust, tree, confidence, wall, toffee, picture, juice. Identify whether this is a concrete or abstract nouns. The answers: book, concrete; girl, concrete; love, abstract; peace, abstract; loyalty, abstract; mouse, concrete; anger, abstract; intelligent, abstract; glass, concrete; trust, abstract; tree, concrete; confidence, abstract; wall, concrete; toffee, concrete; picture, concrete; juice, concrete. So write these answers in your grammar book. The second exercise. Using the suffixes given in the bracket form abstract nouns. You may use a suffix more than once. The suffix words are given in the bracket. You use these words to make the word into abstract noun. What are the words given here? Child, friend, woman, captain, kind, leader, heel, king, free, brave, slave, dog, real, equal. Okay children, so you want to add suffix words to make as a abstract nouns. The answers are here. First one, childhood, friendship, womanhood, captainship, kindness, leadership, health, kingdom, freedom, bravery, slavery, darkness, reality, equality. Okay children, so copy these answers in your grammar book. You have 3 more exercises in your grammar book. Try to complete the exercises. Now let's recap what we learned today. First one, nouns. Everything in the world has a name. All naming words are nouns. A noun names a person, place, animal or thing. Next, proper noun. Proper nouns are the names of specific, okay children, specific people, specific places, specific things or specific ideas. So proper nouns are the names of specific people, places, things or ideas. Proper nouns should always be capitalized. Okay, proper nouns should always be capitalized. Common nouns. Common nouns are the names of any person, place, thing or idea. So common noun refers any person, place, thing or idea. They are not capitalized. So they are not capitalized unless they come at the beginning of a sentence. So they are not capitalized unless they come at the beginning of a sentence. Next one, collective noun. A collective noun is a noun that refers to a group of people. So it refers to a group of people or things. Next, abstract noun. Abstract nouns are nouns that name abstract concepts or concepts that cannot be experienced with the senses. So it's a concept that cannot be experienced with the senses. Next one, concrete noun. A concrete noun is a noun that can be identified through one of the 5 senses. So it is a noun that can be identified through one of the 5 senses. Next one, countable nouns. Countable nouns are individual people, animals, places, things or ideas which can be counted. Okay children, it's an individual people, animal, places, things or ideas which can be counted. Uncountable nouns are not individual objects, so they cannot be counted. So countable nouns are individual uncountable nouns are not individual. Countable nouns can be counted, uncountable nouns cannot be counted. Have you understood the topic clearly, children? Nouns and its kinds. Now we reached the end of our class. Great things never came from comfort zones. When you choose to remain in your comfort zone, then you will never see progress. Okay, thank you, children.